This Maybach music.
This is Maybach music. Guys, we are live. And I know it's a little unorthodox. It's in the middle of the night. If you are watching this on the replay and somebody shared this with you and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole and I own DeanCole Financial. We are a consulting firm and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. That's who I am. That's what I do. And so we just hit 20,000 YouTube subscribers. So if you're watching on the replay, I want you guys to give me 3 thumbs up. And even if you're watching me live right now, I want you to give me 3 thumbs up for that. I want you to first give me a thumb up to like the video, then also give me 3 thumbs up in the emojis. And so I decided that I am going to do this Macanudo. It's beautiful, my favorite cigar. This Macanudo Maduro, vintage Macanudo Maduro. So if you guys can see this, hold on for a second. Yes, it's the vintage Macanudo Maduro. And just talk with you guys about goal setting specifically in 2019. Because my goal was actually to be at 20,000 by the beginning of 2019. So we're already close to 21,000 already. So we are ahead of time. And a lot of people was asking like, Dean, how are you able to do that? And I'm just gonna break bread with you guys, talk, and go from there, guys. So that's it. It's a little unorthodox. I'm in my library today. So I'm gonna let you guys get in here before we get ready to toast up this stick, you know, and just celebrate. Ah, that's good. You know, candy's dandy, but liquor's quicker. You did. And let's see who is all in the building. Let's see who is all in the building. Record. Put your feet on. All right, so far we have a total of 30 people watching and only 6 thumbs up. Come on now, y'all gotta do better than that. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. If you guys can't hit that, not if you can, hit the thumbs up button. If you are watching this and if somebody shared this with you for the first time, this is a live lecture. It's live lecture series. This is for the grown and sexy, for the grown folks. If you can't tell just by looking at it, this ain't a cat video. This ain't a twerk video. We talk about economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. All right, so that's what we do here. So I know it's late, and I know it's late, guys. So let me see who is all in the building. Boom, okay, I'm sounding good. I'm looking good. So what's going on? Let's see. We got, what's that? And she read, and she reads, and she reads. And she reads is in the building. Hey, Ann, how you doing? Greg is in the building. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? Brett Johnson is in the building. Hey, Brett, how are you doing? Carol is in the building. Hey, Carol says congrats. Absolutely. All right, Ray Davis says big congrats. Sorry, no time tonight. Replay tomorrow. Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Ray. So we got a total of 40 people watching live right now. So let's do a temperature check. If you're watching me for the first time, if you are watching a live, and yes, this is live, okay? If you're watching me live for the first time, if you've never caught me live before, I want you to say first time, okay? Because some of you guys, like I said, have subscribed. We get about 300 subscribers a day. So this might be some of you guys' first time watching me live. So if you're watching me live for the first time, I want you to say first time. If you are a subscriber and you're already subscribed to me, I want you to say subscriber. If you are a client and you're enrolled into any of my online courses, I want you to say client. So let's do a temperature check and see where we at. Okay, we got a couple first timers in the building. Okay, we got Brett Johnson, first time. Hey, Brett, how are you doing? Greg, first time. Hey, Greg. Ray David is a client of mine. Actually, not a client of mine. I apologize. He's a subscriber. He should be a client of mine. But he's been a very big subscriber, very good subscriber. Ray David. And she reads is a subscriber. Cornelius is family. Hey, Cornelius, how are you doing? Carol is a new subscriber. Thanks so much for enrolling, for being a subscriber, Karen. Cornelius is a client. John Graves, first time. Hey, John, how are you doing today, my man? Thanks so much for watching. Golden Gate is a subscriber. Tiffany Vaughn is a client. Cornelius is a subscriber. Totally Advantage Group. Hey, how are you doing, Totally Advantage Group? We got Ronald Anderson is a first-time subscriber. Hey, Ronald, how are you doing today? Shabazz Enterprise is a subscriber. How are you doing? Aquaman Love, first time, pulling out, listening, about to drive. That's good stuff. So we got a few people that watching for the first time. AKA 404 Truckers in the building. So you change your name, 404 Trucker. You change your name from 404 Trucker to Total Advantage Group. Okay, that's cool. So this is in your business name. Okay, this is your business name. All right, that's good stuff. Okay, Sheila Rankin is a subscriber. KC, hey, how are you doing? KC is a client of mine, says, hey, coach, hey, KC. Let's all of you guys, we have a total of 50 people watching, all right? It's late, and this is impromptu, so I'm going to need your help. Hold on for a second, guys. I got a little bit of my stick. This Maduro wrapper came through. We're going to toast up this stick and get going in a minute. So I want all of you guys to hit that like button and also share this. I want you to share this. Even if you're watching on the replay and you're not, I want to know if you're watching me for the first time, if you're a first timer. Also, if you are a client and you're watching the replay, let me know. All right, let's go ahead and see who is all in the building. And this is a conversation that we're having with you guys. This is just a conversation that we're having. We got a total of 42. We good. We're growing. So I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time, guys, because it is late. And even though it's late, I have some content to create. I'm in my library, and I'm going to be doing a series of, I'm bringing back a series that I was doing that's called Quick Questions. And with the quick questions, you guys will ask a lot of questions underneath the videos, which I want you guys to. I'm going to choose somebody's video, choose somebody's question and make a video and answer it called Quick Questions. So those are going to be short format videos because you guys know I teach truth to power and I go long. Then I teach, I'm passionate about the things that I do. As you can see, I'm passionate about the things that I do, all of the laws and all this other stuff. So I'm very passionate about what I do. But in this section, it's going to be designed for people who might not want a long lecture, but they just want that answer answered really quickly. So I'm about to toast up this cigar and then get ready to just chat with you guys. Let's talk. This is my favorite stick. If we got some cigar lovers in the building, if you're a cigar lover, I want you to say cigar lover. Really, if you are an aficionado, I want you to say aficionado, but that word kind of messes with me sometimes too. So if you are a cigar aficionado or a cigar lover, I want you to say cigar lover. If you don't like them, you can't stand them, I want you to say don't like them. And if you never had a cigar before and you want a cigar, I want you to say want one. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching me live. So I am toasting up this cigar. As you notice, when you toast up the cigar, you don't put, like when you do a cigarette, you put it like right on there. You don't want to do that. You want to just let it cook. You know what I'm saying? You want to let the leaves get there and cook. Woo, this is delicious. Y'all see why this is one of my favorite sticks? Do y'all see all of that smoke? Look at this. Woo, look at this. This thing is just aged. This vintage. It has this the vintage cigar ring on it, just aged. Look at this. If you guys can see, like it's just running up on that thing. Woo! This is gonna be a lot of smoke. I'm blowing big clouds tonight, guys. Look at that. I'm blowing big clouds tonight. Oh, I wish y'all could smell it. It smells so good. This is a vintage Macanudo Maduro. This is my favorite stick. Let's see who's all in the building. Man, the pull on this thing is just so like, just look at it. Just look at it. Oh, I ain't even pulling on it and the smoke just coming out. Look at it thing. Aged, baby. Woo, look at that. Aged. Beautiful thick smoke. All right, let's see who all is in the building. Okay. I'm late, but hello, Dean. How are you doing? Robert Hunter is in the building. Shabazz is a cigar lover. What's your favorite cigar, Shabazz Enterprise? I'm curious. All right. Carlton is a cigar lover. What's your favorite cigar, Carlton? So Carol's never had one. Carol wants one. All right, Robert Hunter doesn't smoke. That's good stuff. We puff on cigars. We are aficionados over here. We puff. That's cool. All right. And she reads, says, never had one. All right. Golden Gate says that they are a cigar lover. Love the Macanudo. When you're hitting in 2 irons on the golf links, so satisfying. Absolutely. Golden Gate. Yeah, I love the Macanudo Maduro. The Macanudo is the one that I had before, the one where y'all say it looked like the Rick Ross, not Rick Ross, but Suge Knight. That Macanudo number 5, that's one of my favorite because it's the El Presidente, which is that size, and that's a good 2-hour stick. So buy you, you know, if you playing some golf, that is a really good stick to have. Golden Gate, that's a very good. All right, Greg Gonzalez is a cigarette lover. So which type of cigarettes you like? Golden Gate, you like them cool menthols, you like them Camels, what you like? Greg Gonzalez. Brett is a cigar lover. Brett, I would like to know, what is your favorite cigar? And even if you're watching this on the replay, I would like to know as well. I want you to participate with me as if you're watching live. I'm gonna see how long I can keep the ash on this thing. This is gonna be, oh, this is such a beautiful stick. Oh, this is so good. So Patrick says, welcome back. You thought that I was in hibernation. No, Patrick, just running a successful business, Patrick. The vicissitudes of entrepreneurship, just running a successful business. Shabazz says, you like the Romeo and Juliet is a very good smoke as well. The Romeo and Juliet has a real nice wrapper. I think it has a nice Connecticut wrapper. I think it's real good. Romeo and Juliet is very, very good. Total Advantage Group says, show them how to do it. CEO 44 Trucker says, yep, we're going to show you how to do it. All right. So Carlton Yule says yours is too. Okay, that's good stuff. All right. Robert says you don't puff. All right. So Suave Harris says that you hate it. Hey, everything ain't for everybody, Suave. Everything ain't for everybody. So that's cool. So guys, you guys know we are in 2018, but we're really in 2019. So this is the 4th quarter of 2018. One of my mentors who worked on Wall Street, his name was Ari Greenbaum. He taught me that October is really the 1st of 2019. What he means by that is that you got to position yourself the last 3 months of the year, the last quarter, the fourth quarter, you should be cruising in autopilot, but then starting to put in a lot of energy and effort for the things that you want to do in 2019. If you agree with that, I want you to say, I agree. If you have heard that before, I want you to say, have heard. If you've never heard that before, I want you to say, never have. And if you disagree, I want you to say disagree. Even if you're watching me on the replay, I want to participate. Let's have a conversation about this, guys. All right, so Ray says, congrats on the 20K. Thank you so very much for that. Yes, Patrick, yes, this is the cigar that has the silver cigar ring on it. Yep, this is the vintage Macanudo Maduro. Yep, it is. This is about a good hour-long stick. Maybe an hour and a half, especially because how I'm gonna let this ash just do what it does. It's like an incense. It smells so good, guys. All right. Cohiba cigars are very good, Brett. I really like Cohiba. What's your favorite Cohiba? The Cohiba Red Dot ain't no joke. Of course, Cohibas, the checkered Cohibas from Cuba are the best. All right, so Al Dottis says, I agree. Jay says, I agree. Maurice Anderson says, I agree. Carol says, never have heard that before. Golden Gate says, you agree. Brandon Jackson says, you heard that before. The Great Help says, you've heard it before. Ray says, you agree. Shabazz says, I agree. And she reads, says, agree, heard. Done results mixed. Not sure what that means. Not sure what that means. And she reads, but Brett says that you agree. All right, Suave says, never heard it before. And Total Advantage Group says, heard it with the exclamation mark, 44 Trucker. So yes, guys, so the thing about it is that most of the time, if you are waiting for 2019 to really start your resolution, you are too late. Because one of the things about hitting your goals is you want to go into it with momentum, especially if it's a goal that you are passionate about. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret about setting goals. For everybody that's starting a New Year's resolution, did you know that 75% of them are going to fail by January the 5th? Listen, 75% of people never ever go after the goals that they set for themselves. And I used to be one of them. And let's see, if you can tell the truth and shame the devil, have you ever set a goal for yourself, wrote something down, had an idea that you wanted to do it, but you weren't really serious about it, and you kind of like had a long laundry list of goals that you wanted to achieve, and you knew you was lying to yourself when you wrote it down? If that's you, I want you to say, it's me. If that's you, I want you to say it's me. Like I would type it's me, because I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? I think getting to the point of being a successful entrepreneur, getting to the point of being able to achieve goals and using the law of favorability, it is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. I know a lot of times we want it to happen overnight, but it does not happen overnight. It is a process to develop these habits. And I'm just going to talk with you guys tonight. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see. Carl says, it's me. Thank you for being transparent and say, it's me. Ray says, it's me. Thank you for being honest and transparent and letting me know I'm not by myself. Say, it's me. Thank you for that. Thank you for being honest about that. So yes, one of the things that, I used to write down this whole huge laundry list of all of the goals that I wanted to achieve for myself. And I really did not believe it in my heart of hearts that I could achieve that goal. Like I said, I hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will be satisfied. Like I hit 20,000, I'm like, wow, 20,000. And I hit it earlier than I anticipated hitting it. And the principles that I use is just staying on top. I'm gonna talk about it tonight, talk about it with you. Just the principles that I use to stay on top of it. And it's the same principles that you use to hit any goal. When it was purchasing my first piece of real estate, whether it was purchasing my first truck, my first equipment, whether it was getting my first contract, whether it was closing my first deal, you know, it's always the same. It's the thing that I've learned to make me successful is the thing that, that I'm gonna share with you guys. So, all right, so we have a total of 56 people watching live. How many thumbs up we got? We only got 20 thumbs up. Do we really have over 30 some odd haters? If you have not hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up button for me right now. And if you're watching on the replays, like, what am I gonna hit the thumbs up button for? I don't know if I like it or not. Because that's the cost of admission. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit it anyway. Let YouTube know that you value this content. Hit that share button. Let people know that you value this content. So, one of the primary things that helps me when it comes to achieving goals is getting into a rhythm, all right? The #1 best-selling book of all time says that we overcome our obstacles by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. We overcome the enemy, which is our obstacles, by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimonies. Our testimonies, what are the things that we've gone through? What I do is I break down my goals bit by bit. I do it inch by inch. I did 20,000 by hitting 1,000 subscribers. All I did was let's get 1,000 subscribers. All right, now let's get 2,000. I did it by the increments of 1,000, bit by bit. When it comes to growing your business, it's step by step. When it comes to reaching your weight goals, it is step by step. You have to have small incremental measurements that you have on your journey so that you can position yourself, because it is hard work making something of yourself. It's hard work trying to achieve a goal. Like, how many people you know right now that don't even set goals because they are afraid of failure? If you know somebody like that, and if you're bold enough, and if it's you, I want you to say fear of failure. 3 words, okay? I want you to say 3 words. Fear of failure. 3 words, all right? If you know some people right now that don't even say, well, I don't even worry about that. I just take life as it goes. I just, take life every single day. It's the same soup reheated, and they are not goal oriented, and they are not they're not living life on purpose. If you know some people like that, I want you to say fear of failure, because I think that's the thing that stops people is the fear of failure. And I'm gonna tell you guys a secret in a minute about the fear of failure. Look at that ash. Woo. I don't want it to ash on me. I gotta be careful with it, guys. Ooh, this thing is good. That's how you can tell it's a good aged vintage cigar. Ooh, look at that ash. I'm gonna see if I can keep that ash as long as I can. This is I'm excited about it. All right, the Great Hub says that's why school starts in August. All right, so Trax Beat says, what's going on, Dean? Loving the course, my man. I'm glad that you are loving the course. We just did a private session in our private Facebook group earlier tonight. Small wins in increments, absolutely. And she reads, fear of failure. Thank you so much. Suave was the first person to participate, says fear of failure. Thank you for that, Suave. Carol says fear of failure. Thank you so much for that, Carol. Yes, fear of failure. So many people just fear failure. But the thing about this is this. Failure doesn't hurt. It's the anxiety that you deal with that truly hurts. My first few businesses failed, and the failure did not hurt. The fear and the anxiety and trying to hold on is the things that hurt. But after I quote unquote failed, I learned from it. And then after I learned from it, I implemented it and I got better from it. So if you have failure, or like, this is the thing, you are going to fail at something. If you don't think that you're going to fail, you're not going to always get it right. You're going to miss the mark. When you know that you're going to fail, or you know that you're going to miss the mark, when you have reconciled in your mind, okay, I'm not an expert. That's the reason why it's important for you to get mentors, coaches, because when you get a mentor and you get a coach, we help you not to fail as much. We help you to navigate through a lot of the ins and outs and outs and ins, so that the same failures that we had, you won't have. So that being said, that's why it's very important to get with a mentor who has been where you're trying to go. That's very important. If you're listening to somebody and they have not been where you're trying to go, hold on for a second. We got a troll in the building. Let's go ahead and block this troll real quick. One time, hide user on this channel, put this user in timeout, remove them. So we just go ahead and remove them. Okay. Boom, we're going ahead and deleted them. Okay, that's good stuff. Blocked them. Yep, we had a troll in the building. I caught him. Bye, troll, that's right. All right, so Trax Beats, if you have not been able to gain access, make sure that you contact the office. And when you contact the office, oh, we got another troll. We got a couple trolls in the building today. They jumping from channel to channel, making the channel go up. Boom, there we go. We got another one in the building. Got another one. They like roaches, yeah, they are. But that's a sign. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. If you don't have anybody that is hating against you, you ain't doing something right. Listen, you need to make sure if you got 20 haters, you need to have 40 by this time next month. You need to do something so you can get some haters. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Ah, shoot. I dropped my ash. Shoot. I dropped my ash. Let's get back on track. Man, look at that. Oh man, I dropped my ash. I was trying to show my ash off. I should have just did it this way. But hey, it is what it is. I dropped my ash. All right, guys. ATL truckers in the building. Hey, ATL, how are you doing today? Brett, how can you hate black excellence when they hate themselves? I don't know, Brett. Absolutely. That's right. Contact the office, Brett. Tracks Beats. Yeah, go ahead and contact the office. Contact the office, and then you'll be added to the private Facebook group. You'll be good to go. Now, let's get back on track to what I was talking about. I need some more moderators too. I need some more moderators, so that because that moderator should have jumped on that troll and blocked them. But nevertheless, back to what I was talking about. When it comes to the incremental failures, when it comes to fail, so when you go through and you experience some type of failure, or you experience some type of loss, nothing teaches you better than loss. Nothing teaches you better than failure. That's why it's important for you to get a mentor, get you a coach, somebody that knows the ins and outs and outs and ins. Like prime example, if you are a painter and you're wanting to paint, would you follow somebody who's never painted before, but they read a book on painting? You know, or if you want to build a house, would you follow somebody that just watched a couple of videos about building houses or that has a track record? You know, you wouldn't go to the doctor or somebody that hasn't been vetted, who doesn't understand. You know what I'm saying? So the exact same thing when it comes to who we follow, why it's important to follow the person. But I think the number one lessons that I learned is that the fear of failure, it is a illusion. And it's not the fear, it's not the failure that gets you. It is the anxiety, the intimidation. But once you have hit rock bottom, or once you have failed, or once you miss the mark, that anxiety leaves and you actually have a sense of relief. So let me ask you guys, so for you guys that are watching, if you are watching this and if you're watching on the replay, I want you to participate with me as well. If you can be honest, if there was something that you didn't want to lose, whether it was a loved one, or whether it was a relationship, or whether it was a job or a contract or an opportunity, like you really didn't want to lose it, and once you lost it, because you know, like you had some anxiety, like you wasn't well equipped, or you knew you didn't love that person the right way, or you knew that person wasn't good for you, or you knew that person was toxic, or you knew that you didn't have enough knowledge to work that job, or you didn't have enough resources to manage that equipment, to manage that contract, and you lost it, you had a sense of relief, and then you could think clearly on how to gain it back. If that's you, I want you to say, I learned. 2 words, I learned. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to say, I learned, okay? If you could be honest enough and you can say, yes, that there was a sense of relief, because once you lost it, you saw all the things that you did wrong, and you saw all the steps that you missed, or you saw all the opportunities, and you got it, and you got better equipped and got it back again. So if you have lost something and after you hit that wall, or after you hit that mishap, you actually learned and then you got it back again, I want you to say, got it back. So I want you to say, I learned. I apologize for that, guys. So people calling me, I want you to say, I learned. So if that's you, I want you to say, I learned, all right? Let me make sure my sound is good, because sometimes when that happens, my sound messes up. And if that's you, if you learned, I want you to say, I learned. If you got it back, I want you to say, got it back. So let me make sure my sound is good, because sometimes when that happens, my sound get to acting up. We have a total of 57 people watching live. Let's go ahead and all of you guys hit that like button. We had some trolls in here earlier, so let's see. Let's make sure my sound is good, guys. Give me a second. Give me a moment. How does my sound? My sound good? Y'all can hear me okay? Can you hear me all right? How does my sound? Okay, boom. We good. We Gucci. Sound is good. How does my sound? Okay, boom. We good. We Gucci. Sound is good. The sound is better? Okay, good. You got it back? Okay, that's good. All right, that's good stuff. So let's go ahead and see who's participating with me. Okay, so Mr. B, if it says if your company needs my help, enroll into my course or reach out for consultation, Mr. B. The only person stopping you from getting the help you need is yourself. I'm up here helping everybody. All right. All right, so the great help says that I had to grow up and realize that I need to take steps and stop looking at other people's journey. Absolutely. So Ariana was the first person to participate. Ariana said that they learned. Hey, how are you doing? Kev is in the building. What's going on, Kevin? Kevin is in the building. All right, Kevin says, I learned. Kevin, Ariana was the first person to participate. Ariana says that I learned. Trax Beat says I learned with a lot of exclamation marks. Says I learned. Reddy's Boutique says I learned. Thank you for participating. Carol says that I learned. Victoria says that I learned. Thank you for participating. All right, and then Reddy Boutique says got it back. So that's good stuff. Mr. B says you learned. Robert Hunter says I learned. All right, Everett says 20K subscriber. That's good stuff, Everett. All right, Carol says got it back. That's good stuff. Brett says got it back. Corey says that's cool. You learned. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right, Alex Express is in the building. Says just got the notification. Absolutely. By Kevin says welcome to the block. Absolutely, Kevin. How are you doing, my man? You're looking pretty good, my man. We actually need to link up. Kelvin, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to know about suits and you want to know about haberdashery, most of you guys don't know about that. Do you know what haberdashery is? If you want to know about suits and style and haberdashery, I want you to go follow my man, Kevin Samuels. He has a style panel that I'm going to participate on. I know we just got to link up, Kevin. I've just been so busy, my man. We gotta link up. All right, so Victoria says that you learned a lot. Absolutely. All right, the most hated said, yeah, the most hated. Yes, I do. The most hated, I sure do. The most hated, I sure do. The great help says, yes, link with Kevin. Absolutely, guys. I want you guys to link with Kevin. Absolutely. So, it's very important when it comes to achieving your goals is to first take away the fact that, oh, I don't want to fail, or you know, the fear of failure is worse than actually failing, because when you fail, you actually get a sense of relief, and once you get that sense of relief, you can see where you do wrong. Like everybody says hindsight is 20/20. My grandma used to say that all the time. And it used to bother me so much. My grandma used to say, hindsight 20/21. My grandma used to say, hindsight is 20/20. And so that means that in hindsight, you have 20/20 vision. You can see the mistakes that you made. You can see the things that you should have did. You know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. My grandma also used to say, if an if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Because everybody got an if. If I would have did this, or if I would have did that, or if I wouldn't have did this, or if I wouldn't have did that. Everybody has this if, or they have this this desire to regain after a failure. But you have to understand, in achieving your goals, you're going to get it wrong. It is a miscalculated assumption that everything is perfect. Like we might make it look good. Like for instance, Kev might make it look good. He's so suave and debonair. But listen, on his journey of learning how to be the man that he is, he had to hit some roadblocks. It just is what it is. So when it comes to achieving your goals, the first thing that I talked about is making sure that you have a momentum. You need to start early, and you need to get into a momentum, get into the consistency of growing, get into the consistency. My man, the great philosopher, Philip Gilmore says you need to get into the continuity of doing it. You have to get into the consistency, the repetitive nature. And in my favorite book, The Alchemist, there is something that's called the law of favorability. And the law of favorability is just momentum. When you achieve a goal and you knock something down, you go from glory to glory. You go from level to level. You go from thing to thing. In the law of favorability. And what happens is that momentum pushes you to the next level to achieving your goal. The momentum pushes you. The most hated, we're not talking about that. If you can't tell the most hated, we're talking about achieving your goals. And that's not something that I talk about in a public forum. That's not something that I talk about. So let's talk about this. The second thing that, the first thing I notice is about momentum. All right, you got to go with momentum, having the small incremental goals that you can knock out to allow the law of favorability to activate and to keep going. The second thing that I've discovered is take away the fear of failure, because you're going to fail. You're going to make a mistake. You're going to miss it, but you have to learn from it, okay? You have to learn from the mistakes that you made, and then once you learn from it, then you have to implement what it is that you learn, all right? When it comes to achieving your goals and what your goals are. The third thing is making sure that your goals are very specific. So if you guys are with me, I want you to say specific. Thanks so much. Alex Express is in the building. Hit the like. So all of you guys, I want all of you guys to say specific, okay? We're talking about how to achieve any goal you set for yourself, especially in 2019. You have to be very specific. Don't be general. Thank you so much so the first person to participate was Alex Express. He says specific. All right, Ariana says specific. Hurricane says specific. Robert says specific. All right, Golden Gate says specific. Says, I know I'm gonna hit 100K by next, 100K in the next, is the next mountain peak. Yes, absolutely. All right, Lewis Harvey says specific. Yes, you have to be specific. The reason why I say you have to be specific is because once you are specific about your goal, when you're specific, you're letting the universe know that you're serious. You know that, like we talked about before, how many people you know, they just talk just to be talking. They just run in their mouth. They say stuff like, oh, I want to be successful. But successful at what? Like if you know some people like that, I want you to say know them. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to make a mind-muscle connection with this content. I want you to say you know them. If you know some people that are like that, they just talk and talk. They're just wandering generalities. They're not a meaningful specific. They're just wandering around in life, but you know you can't take them serious. I want you to say know them. Thank you so much for participating. First person was Alex Express, says he's know them. Absolutely. Alex Express says know them. All right, guys, we have a total of 53 people watching, and we only have 37 thumbs up. Wow, we really got 20 people that's just hating. They're just looking, lurking, and hating. We really have those people that's looking, lurking, and hating. Okay, that's funny to me. That's so funny to me. All right, Golden Gate says know them, Psy. All right, Carolyn D says know them. Max Original says know them. Absolutely. Some of them might be your spouse, or they might be your family member, or even your business partner. Listen, you got to be careful who you go into business with. Listen to me. All right, Pete just got on and smashed the like button. Thanks so much for that, Pete Alvarez. Thank you for hitting that like button. So yes, you cannot be general if you're going to really achieve your goal. You have to be very specific about it. Like, let me give you an example. One of the goals that I have is I am going to law school, and I will pass the bar in 4 years. So by the age of 40, my 40th birthday, the birthday gift that I have for myself is I'm going to have my law degree. Very specific, very, very specific. I'm going to have my law degree in 4 years, on top of everything else that I have going on. So let me give you another goal that I had. In 2020, I'm going to be the president of a Black-owned credit union. That's my goal. The first quarter of 2020. The first quarter of 2020, I am going to be the president of a Black-owned credit union. That is very specific. Those are some very specific goals that I have. What are some of your specific goals? If you can be bold enough and share, I want you to say, what are some of your specific goals? And let's talk about it. What are some of your specific goals? Write down, I want you to write down, even if you're watching on the replay, I'm curious to know, what are some of your specific, give me 3 specific goals. So let me give you my 3 specific goals. My first specific goal is that I am going to have my law degree. That's a long-term goal. Even though it's like 4 years is long-term, that in my book, that's considered long-term. That's a long-term goal. Another long-term goal that I just gave was I'm going to be the president of a credit union. I'm going to own a credit union at the first quarter of 2020. That is considered a long-term goal because that's a year. That's a full year and 3 months away from now. I consider that to be a long-term goal because I have short-term goals. But let me give you an example of a short-term goal. Short-term goal that I have is, you guys know that my new suit line comes out. So my goal that I have is that I will have a total of 500 products sold by the end of first quarter of 2019. And I have a strategic plan to set that up. So let's talk about some of you guys' goals. Let's talk about some of you guys' specific goals. Alex says, share this vid. Thanks so much for that. Victoria said that you're driving and you're following. That's okay. That's good stuff. All right, so Altatis says you want to own a truck. That's good stuff. What type of truck do you want to own? Altotis. I just say Al Smith. Different Al Smith though. I'll just say Altotis. What type of truck do you want to own? Let's get very specific. Let's dial that thing down. All right, so Alex Express says you want to own an Anytime Fitness, a Small Feet, and real estate rentals. That's very specific. That's good stuff. Those are 3 specific goals, Alex Express. I appreciate that. That's good. All right. So Lewis Harvey says you want to own a Black-owned junkyard, own a fleet of hot shots, own apartment complexes. Those are very good goals to have. Very specific. I like that. So Trucker Longway says get my credit right. That is too general. That's not specific enough. What's your definition of getting your credit right? What does getting your credit right mean? Does that mean you want to pay off all your bills? Does that mean that you want to have a particular credit score? What is your definition of get your credit right? I want you to be more specific with that, Trucker Longway. All right. Toda says a tractor. Nope. Still, that's not specific enough. All right. So Reddy's Boutique says to open a physical store for my boutique at the end of 2019. That's what I'm talking about, Reddy's Boutique. Give that baby a due date. That's good stuff. Buy land and start a farm, Mac. That's a very, very good. What type of farm is it that you want to buy? What you want to start, Mac? That's very good. And Mac, you can do that fairly easy and quickly because you can get some homestead land. You can get land at the auction from tax liens, from the land bank. Absolutely. All right. So Sydney says that you want to open my pressure cleaning business. That's very specific. I like that. Open your pressure cleaning business by when, Sydney? But by what time? All right. So Alizé Riviera says in 1 year going to own a multi-residential apartment. That's very, very specific. That's good. How many residential apartments? So you want to own a multi-residential apartment. How many units are you going to own? All right, Trucker Longway says all of the above. That's not specific, Trucker Longway. You play pimping. I'm teaching you. I'm giving you truth to power right now. And you missing out, man. You missing out. I need you to dig deep. I need you to be, because you're not serious. You don't mean it. You're not specific enough. You don't mean it. But I want you to mean it, though. I want you to mean it. All right, so Corey says you want to start a hot shot business and have rental property. That's good stuff. But what type of rental property? How many rental properties are you going to have? I want you to be specific about it. There we go. A Freightliner with a Cummins engine. That's what I'm talking about. You going to have that. That's what I'm talking about. Freightliner with a Cummins engine. That's good stuff. All right. So Brett says you're going to hit an 800 plus credit score by the end of January 2019. That's very good, Brett. How close are you right now? That's very, very good. All right. So Sydney says March of 2019. That's good stuff. You want to open your pressure washing business by the first quarter of 2019. That's very good. That's very, very good. All right, so Trax Beat says, I'm going to open the biggest recording studio in Nashville, Tennessee for the urban scene in the city. First step to progress is working with my guy, E.DeanCole. That's what I'm talking about, Trax Beats. Very specific, my man. I love it. That's good stuff. You got to be specific about it. All right, so Mr. B says, I want to go from 3 trucks to 20 by the end of 2019. I'm trucking in the oil industry. Absolutely, Mr. B. You can do it, my man. Position yourself and you can do it. So you already have 3 trucks. That's good. So you're already right there where you need to be. All you got to do is multiply yourself, and I can teach you how to multiply yourself. All right. So Shabazz says you want to continue to grow your stocks. When you say grow your stocks, you mean you want to continue to grow your stock portfolio, or do you want to get a IPO and you want to? When you say grow your stocks, what is it that you mean by that? Your stock portfolio or grow your IPO? What do you mean by that? All right, so Alzin, you want to own 1,000-unit residential apartments. That's very good. Have you seen any 1,000-unit residential apartments in the area that you want to live in? That's good stuff. The Gambler says, in 3 years, I want to be able to make $1,000 a day trading Forex. That's very good, but why so far away, The Gambler? When I was trading Forex, I was making $1,000 a day. That was my confession. My confession was to make $1,000 a day when I was trading Forex. And I did for a short amount of time. But then I also lost a whole lot. When I was on my run, I was making $1,000 a day. I think I made $1,000 a day for like 2 months straight, but then I lost it so much because I was chasing. I wasn't following after the proven track record. And I do it for fun. It's good. You know what I'm saying? I actually think I might put some money in the market. I told Scott, see, so Scott Davies, Passive Income Trucker, when you watch this replay, this is why I told you to start doing YouTube videos. You guys, Scott Davies, Passive Income Trucker, he is a client of mine. Matter of fact, if you look on my videos, there's a playlist that's called Success Stories. And if you're watching this on the replay, I'm going to have like a pop-out come out right now to his video. If you don't see the pop-out, in the description, there's going to be a link that'll take you to Scott's video. Scott was in bankruptcy. He was trucking because trucking is a very lucrative business. But his heart is in full-time trading. And he was in bankruptcy. And his credit was jacked up. His credit was bad. But in 12 months, not only did we get him up out of the bankruptcy, got his bankruptcy removed off his credit report, he has over $100,000 in funding for his holding company, and he's a full-time trader now. He's not running in his truck. He got somebody else in his truck. He got out of his truck. If you guys saw that video, I want you to say saw it. If you didn't see it, I want you to say didn't see it. If you saw it, I want you to say saw it. If you didn't see it, I want you to say didn't see. Ooh, that's a very good one. Ariana, you want to open up a black-owned beauty supply store. That's a very, very good one, Ariana. That's a very, very good. That's a very, very good one. All right, so Victoria says, I'm going to get a 720 score by my birthday in February 2019 and add a rental house on my property by June of 2019. That's some good specific goals. That's good stuff. Shabazz says that you want to order some in your portfolio as an investor, okay? All right, so that's very good stuff. All right, so Brett, you're already at a 780, so all you need is 20 more points and you're there. All right, that's awesome. So Alazine says yes in Atlanta, Tennessee, and Oklahoma. That's very, very good. All right, so Alex Express says that you saw the video. All right, Lewis says you did not see it. Golden Gate said did not see it. All right, Mark says that you want to help your immediate family and friends repair and restore credit for the first half of the year. That's good stuff, Mac. Max Original. All right, so Pete says that you want to sell your business within the first quarter of 2019 and get into another business that's less shameful. I will get my credit score to at least a 700. Okay, that's good stuff. If you are in a business that you don't like and you're doing something that you don't like, you can absolutely change it. Absolutely, you can change it. Absolutely, you can change it. I got so focused in the comments, I forgot all about the stick. Oh man, this is one of my favorite sticks. Absolutely, these are some great goals, guys. Very, very specific goals, very, very good goals. All right. Very, very good goals. All right, so Lewis says that you did not see it. Golden Gate says did not see it. So if you did not see it, go as soon as you finish this video, go to my channel and click on playlist, okay? At the top, click on playlist and you will see success story. You'll see a trucker standing in front of his truck and you'll see like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. I'll show you guys what the thumbnail looks like. All right, Altadis says that you want some trade lines. Okay, we can definitely help you with that. Absolutely. So Aquaman Love says, get my credit score to a 750 or higher. I have been actively increasing it over the last 5 months. Congratulations, that's good stuff. So Trax Beats says that you've seen it. That's good stuff, Trax Beats, that's good. All right, so the Gambler says that, well, one thing, the Gambler, this is very interesting. So your name is the Gambler, and I'm just gonna use this as an opportunity to teach, because this is what I did. When I got to the point where I was making $1,000 a day when I was trading Forex, what I did was my mentor told me to paper trade and get on a demo account. And when I was paper trading and I was on my demo account, I flipped my demo account 3 times, meaning that my demo account started at 20,000, I took it to 60,000. But a demo account is paper money. It's not real money. It's just like playing Fortnite or playing Tekken. It's like a video game. But what it does is you're actually really in the market. You're reading the market. But what you're doing is you're taking your practice account, your demo account, you're taking it up to, and you're just trading paper stocks. And so what I did was I learned the strategy. I learned the Fibonacci. I looked at how to look at what a Fibonacci pattern was. I knew what a double top was. I knew what a what head and shoulders was. So this, you know, so I'm speaking the lingo for trading. I had to get my stop loss together, you dig? And I used to trade the news. One of the best things that I did was trading the news. Trading the news is the best thing that you can do. Make sure you do your due diligence and study and trade the news. I would trade the news, and also I would pick the right times to trade. I would, at the time, being in Atlanta, I would wake up in the London session, and I would trade the London session to the US session because that has the most volatility. And because it had the most volatility, my favorite pairs at the time was GBP, JPY. So the British pound versus the Japanese yen. So I studied the pairs, my favorite pairs, and I would trade that all the time. Trade that all the time, and I would just focus on that, and I'll also focus on gold too. I will focus on gold and look at how that did. And that's what I did. That's what I did, and you can absolutely do it as well, absolutely. All right, so the Gambler says, I spent the past 3 years studying the Forex, developing my strategy, and working on risk management. So in 3 more years, I should be able to make $1,000 a day. That's good stuff. I received that Amazon corporate, I received an Amazon corporate crest? Or you mean corporate credit account? Is that what you mean, Ariana? That's good stuff. With the software that I used, Markets World Live. That was the software that I used. I used Market World Live. Hit the like button, absolutely. Yes, absolutely, Aquaman. You gotta study the techniques. You have to understand and be able to read the chart and look at what it means. You have to understand. You got to also know. You have to. And what I would do is I would have up 4 charts. I would have the daily chart, the weekly chart, and the monthly chart. Because even when it would, when the market would reverse, you would have to know when the market will reverse on the weekly. And also, I would trade along with the market makers. I would never, ever trade against the market makers. Y'all about to make me open. Y'all about to make me start back trading again. I was actually trading on my demo account. I had some videos up on Facebook. On my Facebook, I actually have videos up on my Facebook. What's going on, Adrian? How are you doing today? You got approved for $5,500 on your Amex account. Congratulations. All of you guys that are watching, even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to give me 5 thumbs up. So just like Alex Express did the 5 thumbs up, I want all of you guys to do the 5 thumbs up right now for Ariana Renee. She has gotten a 5,500 line of credit through Amazon. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for her. Absolutely. There you go. Thanks, Alex Express. Thank you for participating. Reddy's Boutique. Thank you so much for participating. Also, Aquaman Love, you like technical analysis and fundamentals. I do as well. All right, thank you for participating, Adrian. Peter Alvarez, thank you so much for participating. Corey, thank you so much for participating. Altada Smith, thank you for participating. The Gambler, thank you so much for participating. Shabazz, thank you so much for participating. You're about 90K into futures trading and a futures trading bot. That's good stuff. Trump Chicken. That's a funny name. All right, they gave you 4,500. That's awesome. All of you guys, hit the thumbs up button for Altadis as well. He got 4,500. Thank you so much, Golden Gate. Thank you so much, Louis, for participating. Absolutely. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for that. Aquaman Love, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much for that, guys. So yes, celebrate with those who celebrate. Rejoice with those who rejoice. I must have been live for about an hour because my stick is about to run out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for participating. Yes, all that love is for you. All that love is for you and your accomplishments. And that's what it's about, guys. So listen, there's multiple different steps to achieving your goals. Multiple different steps, a myriad of achieving your goals. The primary things that I learned on how to achieve my goals is the number one secret is just use the law of favorability. In The Alchemist, the law of favorability says that when the universe conspires to work along with you to win, it's going to position you. When you use the law of favorability, you achieve a goal, you win something, you step to the next level, you win something, you step to the next level, you win, you achieve a goal, even a small goal, whether if it's waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, say, you know what, I'm about to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, do that for a week. This, you know what, I'm about to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, do that for a week. This, you know what, I'm about to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you hit your goal. Whatever it is, do that, hit that goal. Make small incremental gains and you will achieve your goals. You will do that. The law of favorability, using momentum. Momentum is very key for me. I get into a rhythm. I protect and guard my momentum. I protect and guard my focus. You have to. When you get a rhythm and you get a focus, it is wonderful. It's one of the biggest secrets that I've learned is getting into a rhythm. And at the same time, if I can be transparent, that's one of my weakest parts. If I get out of rhythm or I get out of sync, sometimes it takes a couple of days for me to get back right. I'm not gonna lie, because I know my strength is in rhythms. I know my strength comes in the law of favorability and when it comes into momentum. So when I'm out of sync, I will shut everybody out. I will shut everybody down until I can get back into my rhythm again. I know I need to do a better job when it comes to balance, but hey, I'm a human. You know, I'm great when it comes to funding and banking and finance and working capital, but I'm not the best when it comes to balancing everything. It is what it is. I know my weaknesses. Second thing is taking away that fear of failure. You have to take away that fear because you're not going to get it right. But if you learn from your mistakes, if you learn from your failures and you implement what you learn, you will be all right. You will be okay. Once you implement what you learn, you will be all right. You will be okay. The third thing is to make it specific. Don't be general. Mean what you say and say what you mean. And what happens is that activates the universe, because when you are general, the universe doesn't know. God doesn't know what angels to send to hearken to your words. You know, death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it will eat the fruit thereof. That's why I wanted you guys to write down your goals, and I want you to be specific about it. Like I said, once again, my goal, my short-term goal is to have 500 units of my suits sold by the first quarter of 2019. That's my goal. My second goal is we're launching 2 new courses December the 1st. I am going to have 200 new clients enrolled into my new course December 1st. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to position myself so that we can make it happen. That is going to happen. 2 new courses are being released, and I only have enough room for 200 clients in each course, 100 in each course. All of my clients that are already enrolled into the course in our private Facebook group, I went into detail because I'm giving them first right of refusal when it comes to that. But yeah, make sure you're very specific. Short-term goal of mine, 2019, at the end of the first quarter of 2019, I'm gonna have 500 units sold. I'm gonna have 200 new clients enrolled into a brand new course that we're launching in December. That is the goal that I have, short-term. Long-term goal, I'm going to have my law degree at the age of 40. I'm going to have my law degree. I will be an attorney. I will be a counselor at the age of 40. I don't need it for the financial aspect of it. It's just that I really enjoy law. I love law, and black men, we need help. It's not, the reason why a lot of us black men fail is because we don't have people to position and help us. Let me ask you something. I want you to be honest about it. If you are a Caucasian person and you're watching this, Be honest, be 100% honest. And just say yes or no, all right? Be honest, and we can have dialogue about this. If you look for somebody to coach you or to help you that looks like you or that that understands your background, I want you to say, I do. If you don't care, it doesn't matter to you, I want you to say, I don't. I am very specific. When I got my therapist, I want my therapist to be a young black man. I said, I need a young black man. I don't need a young black woman. I don't need an older black woman. I don't need a young Caucasian man. I don't need a young Caucasian woman. I wanted a young black man as my therapist because there's some idiosyncrasies that he understands and some different nuances about being a successful black man that he could understand. So, and be honest. So, and a lot of people say, Dean, the reason why I love you so much is because you are a black man teaching about credit, or you are a black man or teaching about, and you're a family man, you know, you love your daughter and you only date black women, you're very pro-black. So that's why I look to learn from you. And be honest, you know, it just is what it is. And so because of that, that's the reason why I am going to, and I've always wanted to be an attorney. Before I started business consulting, like I wanted to be an attorney. I just loved law because my grandmother just had such a reverence for attorneys, and always growing up, I just loved it. But I had a lot of self-limiting beliefs, and I didn't finish school the first time around. You know what I'm saying? I didn't finish school the first time around. I didn't finish school the right way. And so my homeboy, my best friend who passed away, Nicky, he was a very, very successful attorney, extremely successful attorney. And he used to tell me all the time, he's like, ice cold, go after it. What's stopping you? And so, I mean, I threw myself into my business and I threw myself into consulting, and I love it. But what makes me a better consultant is understanding more of the laws, more of the business laws, more of the finance laws. So, you know, that's why I am very adamant about it. I mean, I know a lot of the ins and outs and ends and about the business law, credit law, banking and finance law, but I'm really going to go after it. The only person stopping me. And so I was like, okay, what can I do, like, besides growing and having these small goals? What are some of the larger goals? So once again, my larger goal is by the time I'm 40, I will have my law degree. By the first quarter of 2020, I'm going to be the president of a black-owned credit union that specializes in black entrepreneurs. First quarter of 2019, I'm going to have 500 units sold of my new clothing line. By the end of December of 2018, I'm going to have 200 new clients and 2 brand new courses, 100 new clients in each course. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see who agrees with me. And if they agree with me, they agree. If they don't, they don't. So Victoria says 5 thumbs up. Victoria, you cheated. I said give me actual 5 thumbs up. Don't just say 5 thumbs up. You cheated. All right. All right. All right. So Henry says, read the book Miracle Mornings. It's a book by Hal Alfred. I'm going to look into that, Henry. I'm going to look into that. All right. Boom. Ariana gave me the thumbs up. All right. Shabazz Enterprise says, how do you purchase my suit line? Well, my suit line is going to launch on Cyber Monday. So on Cyber Monday, you will be able to see it. You'll be able to go to the website and you'll be able to purchase from the suit line, Shabazz. All right, and we offer financing through the suit line. It helps build your credit. Our tagline is for men and women, but my tagline is having good credit never looks so good. That's it. So you know how I talk about the only person stopping you from being successful is you when I talk about the consulting. With the suit line is that having good credit never looks so good. Everything is reports to the credit bureaus, financing. All right, Aquaman Love says true. I don't want to run for president, Henry. I don't think I want to run for president. I thought about running for office, and that was another reason why I thought about running for Congress or running for office. That's one of the reasons why I also want to have a law degree as well, because I know that will help me on that pursuit. I thought about it. So after I hit 40, like I was thinking today, like I don't want to say that I'm only going to live up until I'm 60, but I thought about the second half of my life. Like, what do I want to do? And I really want to have the second half of my life being in me being as an attorney. So it would be awesome if I lived to be 100 years old or 70 years old. You know, who knows? 60, whatever, you know, whatever the Lord sees fit. But I do want to have that portion of my life with my law degree. I just think that it'll be phenomenal. So Maya says it's true. You look for people that look like you to benefit you. Kevin says, OMG, I know I'm late as ever, but I'm finally catching me live for the first time. Kevin Rucker, yes, you are catching me live for the first time, Kevin. Thanks so much for catching the live. How about the governor? Maybe I don't know, but I definitely will do the, I definitely want to run for Congress. I believe if I run for Congress, I can have more impact. Definitely running for Congress. All right, so you, Aquaman says that you love, I'm in my library. Yes, Eddie, I have a suit line, Eddie. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and follow me on Facebook. If you click, there's a link in the description of every last one of my videos. It'll take you over to my Instagram and take you over to my Facebook. I've been posting a lot about my suit line on Facebook and on Instagram. I haven't done many videos about it because I kind of do YouTube somewhat as a hobby and I've just been running the business. Absolutely. All right, so Alex says, Alex, you said you grew up around lawyers and politicians in Philly. That's absolutely. All right, Corey, you stand in agreement with me? Thank you so much for that, Corey. Thank you for joining your faith with mine. All right, so Henry doesn't know me, says that I need real estate in my portfolio. I already got it, Henry, but thanks so much for that. It's already done. So Ariana said, you think that's dope? We need more goal-oriented men like me. Thank you so much for that, Ariana. Everybody needs to be goal-oriented. Absolutely. You living life on purpose. And the reason why people aren't getting the best out of life is because they're not positioning themselves. You can achieve any goal you set for yourself. I say it at the end of all of my videos. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. You can. If you have not achieved it, you can achieve it. If you don't know the person, you can meet the person. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. But it comes with a lot of self-evaluation. You have to get out of your own way because you're the only person stopping you. It's not somebody from a different ethnicity. It's not somebody from a different gender. It's not somebody from a different socioeconomic position. It is you. You are the God of your life. You have Jehovah God, and then you are the God of your world. He says, whatever you bind on earth, I will bind in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth, I will loose in heaven. So you have to do what you're going to do, and then he's going to do what he's going to do. All right, so Ariana said, you pray that everything lines up. I appreciate it. All right, so Kevin, you want to know what my suits are all custom made. So they're made to measure. So you get your own measurements. It doesn't matter if you are 6 foot. It doesn't matter if you're 7'5" or if you're 4'11". Doesn't matter if you a big joker like me or if you are a petite guy or a narrow guy or a girl. All of my stuff is custom. All of my stuff is custom. For the guys, for the girls, it's hard to do stuff custom. For girls, I go up to plus size, and they're all business suits. It's everything that I want to see my woman in. Everything, and I love a sexy, sophisticated woman. Look, I had so much fun getting the supplier for the female collection. Listen to me. Everything I like to see a woman in. So if y'all ever want to know what Dean likes, look at my suit line. I love to see a girl dressed like that. That's what I like. So Maya says same. That's good stuff. All right. So Shabazz, you said I remind you of a young Les Brown. A lot of people tell me that I remind them of a young Les Brown. He is somebody I look up to. I'm going to be as successful as Les Brown. Absolutely. All right. So Novert says my grandpa told me that I'm a make a good lawyer. Interesting. Absolutely. Hey, if that's what you wanted to believe for, and if you are savvy enough, you can achieve that. So the gambler says, how and why should a trader get their Series 66 license? That's a very good question. The reason why you want to get your Series 66 license is because then you can be a true fund manager and then you can own your own brokerage. So I mean, technically you can create a trade copier. Technically you can get people to, you can sell signals, but to be able to actually manage and trade on the US stock exchange and be able to trade currencies or be able to invest into REITs and to be able to do things on that level, that's why you would want to get your Series 66 so that you can trade on that level. If you chose to, you don't have to, but that's very good. If that's the direction you want to go to and open up your own brokerage, you definitely can do that. So Golden Gate says, it's about exercising a choice to achieve your goals. More importantly, a positive choice. You taught this in your breakdown of the Tommy Sotomayor attitude is everything. Absolutely. I wish I wouldn't have said that guy's name. All right. Kevin says, thanks for the info. You're very, very welcome. All right. So Victoria, you're looking forward to purchasing your suits. Listen, Victoria, I'm trying to tell you, I got some mean stuff, Victoria. I'm talking about some mean stuff. I mean, very sophisticated, very sexy, some stuff that you can, I mean, because it's CEO suits. So for the male CEO and the female CEO, I got some stuff ready. But guys, let's see how long I've been live. I don't know how long I've been live for, guys. Let's see. How long have I been live? But I want to show you guys something too. So look, so this is my YouTube. So if you scroll down to, look at, all these are different playlists. And if you scroll down to success stories, where's success stories at? Look at my little precious, my little honey bunny. Where's success stories at? Scroll out, here goes success stories. Scroll all the way down to success stories. So this is success stories. This is a video right here. Passive income trucker that I was talking about. In this video right here is where he became a full-time trader. That's the video right there. You see him right there? That's the one. He became a full-time trader. It says how to build credit after bankruptcy, business credit without personal guarantee. He had 75, at the time of the recording, he had 75,000, but he has over 100,000 now in funding. So that video I'm going to link in the bottom of the description, and I'm going to have as a pop out as a card. So guys, listen, those are basically the steps and the principles that I have about achieving any goal that you set for yourself. You can achieve any goal that you set for yourself. Nothing is stopping you from being successful. I'm going to answer 5 questions, okay? The first 5. Okay, now, this is what I want you to do. Light me up in orange if you want me to answer your question. So 1, super chat. Why do I want you to super chat? Not because I need the money, but because it's going to stick out from the question. So 1, super chat. The second, light me up in orange, and I'm going to answer when I say ask now. So the first question I see, either in orange or super chat, right now I'm going to answer the question because I'm about to get ready to get out of here. I got some more content that I need to create. What's this live? Brett Johnson says, preach, absolutely. Momo, you asked me, do I believe the stuff I'm saying? Momo, of course I believe the stuff I'm saying. Momo, if I didn't live and that's what makes me so successful. Momo, you are watching me with over 20,000 subscribers. You're watching me creating and starting a successful entrepreneur, a successful coaching and successful consulting firm. I believe everything that I say. I absolutely believe it. Why? I don't talk about stuff that I don't believe. That's the reason why I have what I have and I achieve what I achieve. And I'm going to continue to grow. I believe every word that comes out of my mouth. Absolutely, Momo. Absolutely. I believe everything that I say. So the first question is, Trump Chicken says, does the funding you get require a PG? That's a very good question, Truck Chumping. That's a very good question, Trump Chicken. So the answer is yes and no. Let me explain. You are able to build business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. I teach you step by step. In my startup coaching, you're guaranteed $20,000 in business credit that is 100% separate from your personal credit. You do not have the PG business credit. You do not have to. It takes you longer to do so. It takes you 90 days, okay? However, if you do choose to PG business credit, if you do choose to do so, then you're able to build business credit in roughly 45 days. So it's easier and it's faster, but this is the thing. It's just like this, Trump chicken, prime example. Let's say if there is a CEO at the top of a 50-story building, and the CEO says, if you get to the top of this building, and then I'm gonna be here all day. You get to the top of this building, I'm gonna give you $10 million. All right? So you go into the building and the elevator is out. If the elevator is out, I'm still gonna climb the stairs to get there, right? So building business credit without a PG is just like climbing the stairs. But if you have good credit, you get in the elevator, you shoot up to the top. It's the exact same principle. Now, you can start climbing the stairs and you get halfway there and catch an elevator and go to the top. If you guys understand that, if you guys understand the analogy, I want you to say, make sense. 2 words, okay? If you understand the analogy, I want you to say, make sense. I encourage every last one of you guys to build business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. Because God forbid, just like Trump chicken, the reason why Donald Trump has filed bankruptcy over 7 times and he's still a billionaire is because things we talked about. One, he learned from his failures. That's first thing. Second thing is Donald Trump, the man, doesn't file bankruptcy, but Donald Trump, the airlines, Donald Trump, the casino, Donald Trump, the, what's some other one of his, the casino, the school filed bankruptcy. Because when you build business credit that's separate from your personal credit, you can turn around and start up another business and position yourself and leverage it. So if that makes sense, if you guys, if you understand that, if it makes sense, I want you to 2 words, I want you to say make sense, okay? So I encourage, because I teach in banking and finance, and I want you to be successful, I encourage you to build business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. But if you do choose to use your personal credit, you better have a good game plan and you better have a good strategy, because I don't want you to get into the continuity of using your personal credit. The reason why a lot of people think it's impossible is because they make the mistake and they don't know. They don't know the rules. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like somebody saying, coming up, it's like let me give you another example, and I'm about to answer, I see 2 super chats. So remember, I'm answering 5 questions. I've already answered 1 question and I'm about to answer 2 more that super chatted me. And this is the reason why I want you to super chat, because I get to talking and, you know, it goes in. I get to teach it to the power. So let me give you another analogy, Trump chicken. So imagine if you are, imagine you're in a desert, like owning a business, being in a desert place, and you see all these travelers. They come to this mountain and the mountain opens up and then they walk through, and you see them do that. And if you go up to this mountain and you hit on the mountain and you try to move the boulder and the boulder doesn't move, you're like, man, this doesn't work. And so now let's go. So you go back into your oasis, and now you're telling the story like, man, I saw, you know, a lot of this caravan, and I saw a lot of these camels go to that mountain and they got in. And a lot of people say, oh, that's not real, that's fake. But this is the caveat, Trump chicken. You don't know, people don't know the magic words. So if you don't know the magic words, if you don't know open sesame or whatever the secret code is, like when I was a kid, I used to make little forts. And when I used to make little forts, I used to say, well, what's the, and I had clubhouses with my cousins. I would say, well, what's the magic word? What's the magic word to get in? If you guys did that with the magic words, I want you to give me 3 laughy faces. If you never did that and you think it's childish, I want you to give me 3 of the faces where it's up to the left. What do they call those? The sarcastic face, I guess. So give me 3 of the sarcastic faces. If you never did that before, you think it's silly or foolish, I want you to give me 3 of the eye-rolling faces. Give me 3 of the eye-rolling faces. All right, it's the exact same principle. So what happens is that people say, oh, it's impossible to build business credit without a PG. It's because they don't know the rules. They don't know the secret to get in. So Ariana gave me the laughy faces. Thank you for letting me know that I'm not by myself. All right. Alex Express gave me the laughy faces. Mega gave me the laughy faces. Eddie Johnson gave me the laughy faces. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Let me know that I'm not by myself. Mega gave me the laughy faces. Okay. So So that being said, that is basically how it works. So when you see people that can do it and can build corporate credit, and you see people with American Expresses with no limit, with no limit, and they have no PG, no personal guarantee, and it never affects them. And you see people buying these cars and corporate leases and buying houses and getting these luxury mansions and whatnot, and they're doing it in their business just because they know the secret. That's how it works. So that's a long drawn out answer to that. That's a very good question. All right, so the next question that I saw was, Alex Express says, Dean, when you pass your law bar exam, what state will you practice in? That's a very good question. I'll probably be practicing in the state of Georgia. Alex Express, that's a very good question. I'll be practicing in the state of Georgia. All right, the next question I see is from Aquaman Love says, thank you for the time. No, thank you for the time and investing in you, Aquaman Love. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna answer, so that's 3 questions. Make sure you're 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm gonna answer 2 more questions. The next question I see right now. Answer the question I see right now. What's the next question I see right now? All right, so Mr. B says, that's why you need my class so you don't make the wrong mistakes. Absolutely, Mr. B. Depending on where you are, you might either need either A, one-on-one consulting, or B, you might need my executive coaching. The executive coaching will be available in December. I opened it back up again. We only did 16 people the first time around so that we can do a test run. I'm about to put up all their testimonials, and then we're going to open it up so that we can have 100 people. Because that's geared more towards mentorship. That's geared more towards mentorship. All right, so Eddie Johnson says, how long does it take to build business credit from scratch? That's a very good question. It only takes 90 days. If you now listen to this 90 days, Eddie. So Eddie, let me tell you though, Eddie, this is 90 days that every single day you are doing something new. Every single week you are checking off a goal. It only takes 90 days, okay, for you to build business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. But it's not a 90 days where you twiddling your thumbs, you chasing some chick, or you playing Fortnite, or you on Baller Alert, or you looking at what's the new shoe that's going on. But I'm talking about being specific and dogmatic every single day, positioning yourself. It only takes 90 days. I'm not talking about it's like a set it and forget it 90 days and it's gonna build itself. No, you can build it. So it's step by, just like building a house. You have to put in the foundation. You have to lay the concrete. You have to put up the, you got to get the scaffolding to put up the exterior. Then after you put up the exterior, you got to do the wiring. Then after you do the wiring, then you got to do the drywall. Then you understand what I'm saying? All right, so if you guys get that, I want you to say, I get it. 3 words, I get it. All right, even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching me live. I want you to say, I get it. And this is the last question, okay? All right, get it. So first person says, I get it, was Alex Express. He's on top of it. Thank you so much for that. All right, Mega says, I get it. Carolyn D says, I get it. Eddie Johnson, thank you for that, says, I get it. All right, Lewis Harvey says, I get it. Novert says, I get it. Let's see who else says, I get it. Novert says, I get it. All right, guys, we have a total of 56 people watching live, only 48 thumbs up. Sydney Maximilian, client of mine, very successful client of mine, says, I get it. Absolutely, I get it. All right, Mr. B says, I get it. Victoria says, I get it. Yes, so it's like you working on it step by step, every single week, checking off a goal. Every single week, checking off a goal, hitting to the next level, going to the next level, says, I get it. Absolutely. That's it, guys. Now listen, guys, I'm getting tired. I know I said I was going to answer 5 questions. Let me see. What's the next question I see? I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes. If you guys don't have any more questions, then that's cool. If you guys don't have any more questions, that's cool. So guys, listen, I appreciate you guys. I know I can't see how long I've been live on this thing, but I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for investing into yourself, because like I said, this channel is dedicated towards economic empowerment through entrepreneurship, okay? That's what this channel is dedicated for. It's not a trucking channel. It's not a cooking channel. It's not a twerking channel. It's not a commentary channel. It is not a black power channel, even though it has black power with it. It's not a dating channel, even though I talk about dating. It is about economic empowerment, specifically through entrepreneurship. That's what this channel is dedicated to. So if somebody shared this with you, that is what this channel is about. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. So the next time I'm live, you're like, Dean, I wanted to participate with you live. How come I didn't know? Because listen, I don't go live on a consistent schedule. It is by the grace of God that I hit over 20,000 YouTube subscribers, because I don't have a consistent schedule where I drop every single day. I'm just glad that you guys value the content and that you participate with me and you share. So listen, guys, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. You know what's stopping you. You know the bad habits you have. You know you know what you need to overcome. You know what you have to do to position yourself. Overcome those hurdles. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you have not developed the character, listen, develop the character. Get the discipline to do it. If you have not yet met the person, you can meet them. Stay woke. Go get them.